clouds gather over Europe. Mistrust and rivalries between realms threaten to break and flood the world in a tide of total war. Following the death of Edward the Confessor, England fell into a bitter power struggle. Harold Godwinson was quick to seize power, though the King of Norway, Harald Hardrada, felt the land his birthright. However, the late Edward had promised the throne to William, the Duke of Normandy, who, with the blessing of the Pope, readied his army for conquest.
Father! Word from England! Hardrada lies dead, and his army defeated.
And what of Harold Godwinson?
His victory at Stamford Bridge has strengthened his hold on the throne. Even now, he musters his forces.
Perhaps it is time.
Then what shall I tell the troops is your command?
Tell them we sail for England and conquest!
William's fleet swept across the channel like a mighty tide, landing at Pevensey and amassing to confront Harold's approaching horde at Hastings. This titanic clash would be the decisive battle for the future of the English throne.
My son, remember this day, and remember this moment, for after this battle, these lands will be ours.
And rightfully so, Father. It is time. His men are ragged from the journey.
Very well. Rufus, prepare your men for battle.
Hastings, 1066.
The Saxon King Harold takes up a strong defensive position on Caldbeck Hill. His men form the legendary Saxon Shield Wall, blocking the road to London and forcing a frontal attack from the Normans. William waits patiently with ranks of archers, infantry and cavalry, ready to launch a three-waved attack. He has archers to weaken the shield wall from afar. Spearmen to engage the enemy in close combat. And cavalry to drive through the enemy and run down deserters. William gives his order for the first wave.
Missiles! Attack!
His archers raise their bows and fire into the shield wall. The battle for the English throne begins.
Units, move out!
William's favoured son, Rufus, moves into position to guard the rear of the Norman army and awaits his father's call to battle.
Well met, Commander. I am Sir Robert, your military advisor. I will watch your actions on the battlefield and guide you to glory. Follow my instructions, and we will crush these Saxon dogs. Your father, Duke William, wishes your troops to guard the rear of his army and wait for his call to battle. Keep a watchful eye for any Saxons that hope to ambush our army. This is Rufus, your general on the battlefield. He is accompanied by an entourage of the finest Norman knights. Left-click on his unit to select. Your general is your most important unit. He commands your armies on the battlefield, giving them strength and courage to fight. When he is lost, your battle is lost. Remember, you must keep Rufus alive to conquer the Saxons. You can move your armies around by right-clicking where you want them to go. Right-click on the highlighted area to move Rufus there. You will notice that your general has moved, but your view has not. Use the number pad on the keyboard to move your view of the battlefield. 5 and 2 will move it forward and back, 4 and 6 will move it sideways, and 1 and 3 will rotate your view. Move your view now so that Rufus is centered. You can zoom in and out and tilt your view by using the mouse wheel. You can also move your view by pushing the mouse to the edge of the screen.
Onward!
The panel at the bottom of the screen shows a map of the battlefield, an indicator of your progress in the battle, controls for the pace of the battle, your general and troops, as well as options and commands for your selected forces. You can also select your units by left-clicking on their character cards in the panel at the bottom of the screen. Left-click on your cavalry's unit card now to select them.
We await your command.
Double left-clicking on a unit to get your unit somewhere quickly. Double right-click on a location. Order your cavalry to run by double right-clicking on the highlighted area. You can change your unit speed of movement by pressing the Unit Speed toggle button on the bottom right panel. Try this now to order your cavalry to slow down. Sometimes it is necessary to run on the battlefield. However, making your troops run too often will tire them out quickly. Order your troops to march long distances and only run. You can press the Stop Current Orders button on the bottom right panel. You can easily select all your units on the battlefield by pressing Control. Now that all your units are selected and awaiting your orders, move them to the highlighted area. You can order your units to move into formation by holding down the right mouse button and dragging out a line on the terrain where you want them to move.
Units double time! Units double time! Units double time! Units double time!
Each of your units proudly bears the Norman banner. You can easily recognize your men on the battlefield by this banner. Different types of units have differently shaped banners. You can also select a unit by clicking on their banner. You can easily deselect your selected units by pressing Enter. Try this now. Some Saxon reinforcements have arrived. You must stop them from crossing the river and flanking the Norman army. Use your archers first, so you can weaken the Saxon infantry as they move your mouse cursor over the approaching Saxons and right-click. When your archers are firing on the enemy, a bow and arrow icon appears on the top left of their unit card. When you order your archers to fire, they will move into range and then attack. Your armored sergeants are your best melee fighters. Select these spearmen now and attack the Saxons. To attack, mouse over the Saxons and right-click when your cursor changes to a sword.
Lord, double time! Spearman! March! Quickly! Archers! Spearmen! Quickly! Archers! Charge! Spearmen! Archers! Halt!
If your archers fire on a unit that is in melee with your own unit, your unit will take friendly fire from your archers. Select your archers and press the Halt button to stop them firing. You can zoom in on the action by using the mouse wheel. Try zooming in on your infantry now to see your men in the heat of battle. While your units are engaging the enemy, move your mouse cursor over your units or the enemy units for feedback on their status. You can find out who is winning and how each unit is faring. Now select your cavalry and double right-click on the enemy to run them down. Using your cavalry to stampede archers and infantry is a useful tactic.
Charge! Archers! Charge! Spear! Double time! Spearman! Assemble the men!
William has called for you to join the main battle. The end of the battle is at hand, and the next few moments will determine the fate of England. First, you need to move your army into the main battle. Press Ctrl-A to select all your units, or hold down Control and click each unit card. Then right-click on the far side of the crossing to... When you have ordered your troops to move a long distance, you can increase the game speed to get them into position faster. Set the battle to the highest speed. When your troops are nearing their destination, press the slower button twice to return the battle to normal speed. Otherwise, you might miss important events in the battle. William has given the order for your troops to fall into line with the rest of the Norman army. First, order your archers into the front row.
Archers! March!
Now order your spearmen to move into the second row.
Forward!
Then move your cavalry into the third row.
Double time! Archers! Run! Double time!
Now order your general to fall in behind your troops. The battle is now paused. You can pause the battle at any time and issue orders to your troops. When you resume the battle, they will carry out your orders. Press the play button when you are ready to resume the battle. Now is a good time to use the speed controls to move your troops into position faster. Set the battle to the higher speed now and back to normal speed when they're almost in position. Some of William's army have broken away and are fleeing. Units rout on the battlefield when their morale becomes very low. Morale decreases when units become tired, when their chance of success is low, or if the general dies. The Saxon peasants have broken rank and are charging at us. They have seen our fleeing men and have made themselves vulnerable. Now is the time to attack. William has ordered all archers to fire at the approaching peasants.
Archers!
Select your archers and fire at the nearest peasant.
Attack! Charge!
Your fine Norman archers will make short work of these peasants. Use your archers to fire on enemies as they approach, but remember, not to engage them in melee. Run your armored sergeants in to finish off those peasants.
Spearmen!
These spearmen are highly skilled in melee and are well suited to close combat. Remember to stop your archers firing on the enemy, or your spearmen will suffer unnecessary casualties. Without the peasants, the Saxon shield wall is broken and their position is weak. Order your archers to fire into the Saxon infantry now.
Charge! Archers! Spearmen! Onward!
King Harold has been caught by an arrow. The Saxon king is slain. His men have lost hope, and they are fleeing.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Use your cavalry to chase down the routing troops. Your cavalry are fast and will catch the infantry easily. The fewer men you leave alive, the fewer you will have to deal with later.
Spearmen! Attack!
The small map on the bottom left of the screen shows the location of all the units in the battle. You can use this map to easily locate your men and the enemy. Your units are green, allied units are blue, and enemy units are red. You can double left-click a location on the map to move your view there immediately. Harold's most brave and loyal troops, his Huscarls, are still standing to fight. Help William finish them off and be done with this bloody day.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men. Behold, the enemy are utterly vanquished. This is a great victory worthy of only the mightiest of generals.
Bravo, my lord! You have slain King Harold and sent these Saxons running for their worthless lives. You can review your men's performance in the battle here.
Greetings, sire. I am Lady Gwendolen. I will guide you on expanding and managing your empire.
The battle. He's killed in Row. A.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like bloodied, they have general.
Select your archers and press the Alt button.
You are now viewing England on the campaign map. Here you will build cities, raise armies, and move them to attack your enemies. Parts of the map you have not yet explored are shrouded in darkness. As you move your armies further afield, more of the map will be revealed to you. You can move your view of the campaign map with the keypad, and you will notice that you cannot move past England. You are restricted to England for now, but once your Norman forces have taken control, you will be ready to wage total war on the rest of Europe and beyond. The campaign progresses in turns. Each turn there is a limit to the distance your characters can move and the troops you can recruit. Your agents can only carry out one mission per turn, and each of your buildings takes a certain number of turns to construct. Rufus is one of your generals and son of William the Conqueror. If William's campaign to seize the English throne is successful, Rufus will one day be the King of England. Left-click on Rufus now to select him. The highlighted area around your army shows where they can move this turn. You can move your army by right-clicking anywhere in this area. Right-click on the highlighted position to move Rufus there.
With honor, sire.
The panel at the bottom of the screen gives you information about your armies and settlements. The panel on the right has buttons for construction, recruitment, ending your turn, and viewing information on your faction and progress. The character cards in the bottom panel of the screen show the units that make up your army. The card on the left belongs to your general. The other cards belong to the units in your army. You can right-click on any card to find out more information about that unit. Right-click on Rufus's character card now for details. This scroll shows you the details of your general. You can view the details of any character in the same way. A character's attributes impact on how well they will do their job. Close the scroll when you're ready by left-clicking the Close button on the bottom right. A rebel army has appeared near Caen. Caen is undefended, and you will need to reinforce it quickly, or you will lose it. William the Conqueror's next goal is to take over England. Before you do this, you will need to move Rufus back to Normandy to fortify Caen. Select Rufus and right-click on the nearby fleet to board it.
Hail my king! Hail my king! Hail my king!
Fleet ready, sire. Set sail. Ships ready.
Hail my king!
Orders.
Hail my king! Hail my king!
I'm a... Aye, sire.
Hail my king! Hail my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Fleet ready, sire. Yes, sir. Full sail.
Hail my king! I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege. I'm afraid not, my liege.
Aye, sire.
Hail my king!
What?
Ships ready.
Hail,
Fleet ready.
hail my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Sire.
Hail my king! Hail my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Greetings, sire. You are now viewing England on the campaign map. You can move your view of the campaign map with the keypad and zoom. You will notice the campaign progresses in turns. Rufus is one of your generals and son of William the Conqueror. The highlighted area around your army shows where they can move this turn. You can move your army by right-clicking anywhere in this area. Right-click on the highlighted position to move Rufus there.
Yes.
The panel at the bottom of the screen gives you information about the character cards in the bottom panel of the screen.
Hail my king!
This scroll shows you the details of your general. You can view the details of any character in the same way. A character's attributes impact on how well they will do their job. William the Conqueror's next goal is to take over England. Before you do this, you will need to move Rufus back to Normandy to fortify Caen. Select Rufus and right-click on the nearby fleet to board it.
Hail, my king!
Aye, sire.
Hail, my king!
What the hell?
Hail, my king!
My lord.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Fleet ready, sire. Set sail.
Hail, my king!
Aye, sire. A fine day.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Fleet ready, sire. Aye, sire.
Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
Sire.
Hail, my king!
Fleet ready, sire. Ships ready.
Hail, my king! Hail, my king! I'm afraid not, my liege.
My lord.
Shit.
With the Norman conquest and a crowned king came the dawning of a new era for England. Nobles ordered the construction of mighty castles to fortify the realm. To rule this land is a birthright, but to control it requires the courage and skill few possess. It is a kingdom beset by enemies. The Scots press at its borders, the Vikings to the north, and the French separated by a mere channel of water. All of the country exists in a state of war, as even the common are called upon for duty. In these times of total war, it rests on the shoulders of those who lead to ensure the kingdom does not fall into ruin.
Greetings, my lord. You are overlooking the noble kingdom of England. To expand the kingdom of England, you should first look to conquer the British Isles. You must also contend with the Scots to the north and the French to the south. The nearby rebel town of York will make an ideal first target. Princesses can engage in diplomacy with foreign emissaries. Right-click on a character, army or settlement belonging to another faction to enter negotiations. To spy on other factions, right-click on an army, character or settlement belonging to that faction.
With discretion, sire.
Orders.
You can move your diplomat by right-clicking on any part of the highlighted area. Right-click on a character, army or settlement belonging to a rival faction to start the diplomatic process.
Without question, sire.
At your service.
Yes, Your Highness.
My lord.
Daughter of the Crown.
You have selected a target outside the green highlighted area. This means your character cannot reach his target this turn. Provided that an enemy does not block his path, your character will continue on his journey next turn.
By your command.
God's servant. In God's name. Continuing.
Right-click to move your fleet to any part of the highlighted area. Move the fleet to a coastal square to disembark the passengers. Right-click on an enemy fleet to engage in naval combat.
Ships ready!
My lord.
My lord. As you wish.
Yes, my lord.
Sire. Orders. Yes, sire. We'll make camp here, sire. Sire, my lord. By your command, we can go no further today, sire. Orders, sire. Yes, we'll make camp here, sire.
Sire.
Fleet ready, sire.
Yes, Your Highness.
At your service. Journeying onward. As you command.
Your Majesty.
What is it you would talk to us about, Signor? A very reasonable proposal.
Left-click on the boxes that slide down the left of the screen to view important messages. Right-click to dismiss them. Messages
Approaching their
include financial
dignitaries.
reports,
At your
family
service.
announcements, missions, and declarations of
way.
war.
As you command. I'll continue once I have rested, sire.
Your army cannot move any further this turn. It will be able to move again next turn.
Aye, sire. Fleet ready, sire. A fine day to sail. Yes, sir. Full sails. Ships ready. Set sail.
Sire.
Daughter of the Crown.
Yes, my lord.
That's one way of dealing with communication, because we go like we gave ownership. So you own this bit, you own that bit there. So I think I remember sometimes I had to do like calls with the, actually using an actual proper phone. It seems weird these days. You've got to use like a little thing.
Yeah, no headset, no headset.
Yeah. So
we only have one machine.